Yo guys, what's up? It's Krypz, and today I'm going to be showing you all the new seasonal ornaments for Season of the Risen. Now these are the ornaments you get towards the end of the pass, and in this video I'll be showing you all a range of different shaders on these sets, as well as some fashion I made with them. So I will leave some timestamps on screen if you want to skip ahead, and if you haven't already, please consider dropping a like as I grind as fast as I could to get to max rank for you all. And without further delay, it's time we get straight into the shaders. So I'm going to be starting off with the more commonly used shaders like Amethyst Veil. You can see throughout all the set it does create a nice darker look with some shine on the plating, and on each of the helmets you can see that the visor does go purple. Now you'll also see that the Hunter set does get a purple glow, a bit like the Scion cloak from Destiny 1, and with some shaders like Metro Shift this can remove the glow completely, making the cape an all cloth piece. Metro Shift isn't too bad, although it doesn't create as dark of a look as Amethyst Veil, and you will find with a lot of shaders that this set shaders much differently to other sets. Like you could see with Warbrick, which usually creates a nice silver and red look. However, on Titan it's a really nice dark shader to use, and on parts of the Hunter and Warlock set it is quite dark as well. This is also similar for shaders like Abyssinian Gold. Now if you want a lighter look, the best shader I found was Jack Arena. This looks best on the Titan set as it mainly uses plating. Now moving on to the more unique shaders, here is Queen's Colours. This is a Throne World shader, and as you can see it mainly works best on the plating. Another shader I quite like is Reef Regalia, which can sometimes be sold in the Bright Dust store. Again, because of the plating, the Titan set mainly benefits from this. Now for any of you wondering, this is what Seven Sisters looks like. It only shaders the galaxy effect on the cloth parts of each set, so this will look best on Warlocks. Now for any of you wanting a nice red, here is Midnight Smith. This was an old raid shader, and as you can see it does create a lot of carbon fibre on the plating. If you want more of a clean red look, then I would instead recommend Carbon Blood. Now this is what Gambit Jadestone looks like on all of the sets. You can see that it makes all the visor pieces of the helmets a glow, as well as shaded the Hunter cape a really bright green. And what's great about this shader is you could get it right now from Gambit matches. Now here is what Dream Spectrum looks like as well. One of the easier shaders to use, and it's a drop from the Last Wish raid. And for any of you wondering, here's what Dreaming Cast looks like as well. Definitely not as good as Dream Spectrum. Now a set of shaders that look fantastic on all of these sets are the ones from the Black Armory. Here we have Begiza Knights, which create a scaly effect on the plating with a mixture of this nice animated purple. There's also House of Mayrin, which creates a really nice red and orange look, and this would be a great shader to use if you want to base your set off the Red Legion. Then we have Satu Tribe, which is really good for a blue appearance, and then finally we have Rasmussen Clan, which is more of a green with a lightish gold. All of these shaders, as you could see, work perfectly on each of the sets. Now unfortunately some of the old Leviathan raid shaders actually don't look good on this at all. Here we have Calluses selected, and instead of going with the nice white, gold and purple, it goes with more of this silver, which does look quite scuffed on the Titan plating. Calluses Treasured isn't as bad, although I'd say the Hunter and Warlock are much better with this. Although there is one Leviathan shader that does look pretty good on all of these sets, and this is Calluses Shadow. Unfortunately I did not obtain this, that's why preview looks a bit different. Now here we have Omnicronia from the Victory of the Vault bundle, which if you don't know has been added back into the Eververse archive, and in this bundle as well is Continuum Alloy, which also looks pretty good on each of the sets. And then the final shade I want to show you all is Testudo. This gives more of a matte finish, as well as remove the glows from the visor and the Hunter cloak. But anyways, that pretty much wraps up all the shaders. Let me know which one is your favourite for each class in the comments, and now it's time to move on to the Hunter set. Now before I show you all some fashion I made with the Hunter ornaments, I firstly want to show the other seasonal armor. Unlike other seasonal ornaments, this is not an upgraded version of the set you're seeing to the left, and instead a completely different set being based off a Scion. Now anyways, this is a set I made with the new seasonal ornaments. Because the set is Cabal themed, I wanted to include the Mantle of Remembrance ornament, which if you don't know is an exotic ornament for the Shinobu's Vow. Then I chose the Virulent Vest because the shaping of the chestplate matches quite well with the helmet design. Then for the boots I chose the Dharmasport Strides, which transition quite well with the chestplate. And then for the shaders I chose Conflagrate on the helmet, chest and boots, and then Rose Scale on the cloak. And the reason why I chose this shader is because it makes the cloak a blue glow, which matches really well with the colour of skip grenades, which is what this exotic is used for. Now you don't have to use all the ornaments, you could just use the cloak like I have in this techie set. The helmet I'm using here is the 9 Days and Nights ornament for the Knucklehead Radar exotic, and as you can see it pairs really well with the design of this cloak. This is pretty much going to be my go-to cloak for many high-tech looks. cloaks. Now for the other pieces, I chose the Siege Break ornament for the arms. I always like using this piece because of the little data pad it has on the left arm. And then for the chest and boots, you want to use Krypz, which is the world set from Europa. Then for shaders, you want to use Jack Arena on the whole set except from the cloak. And then for the cloak, you want to use Cryptic Insignia. The reason why is because the glow color actually matches the hologram coming off the helmet, and it also creates a lighter look on the cloth. And then I have one final set I want to show you all, and this was requested by one of you in the comments. They were wondering if the Psionic grips match well with the Forest Ranger ornament, and as you can see from this set, I do think it can actually work. Now I made sure to use pieces and shaders that can be obtained right now, and if you're wondering where you could get these pieces from, the chest plate is from the 30th anniversary pack, the boots are an exotic ornament for the Orpheus Rig exotic, and then the cloak is the Wildwood cloak from EDC packages. Now the shader that goes over the entire set is Gambit Jadestone, which now has a small chance to drop at the end of Gambit matches. Overall, I think I did a pretty good job of using pieces that are obtainable, and I hope this set answers your question. So yeah, they are pretty much the Psionic ornaments for the Hunter. Let me know what you think of them in the comments below and some sets that you would make with these pieces. But anyways, it's now time to move on to the Titan set. Now before I show you all some fashion I made with these ornaments, I firstly want to compare this to the other seasonal armor. Now just like the Hunter set, there are no similarities between these two. I myself don't mind these ornaments, although I must say I have struggled to pair these arms into a set. They are quite cool because you can't see the blade in game when you're meleeing. It's just with the big right shoulder plate, it does make a lot of chest plates look quite awkward, and this is definitely something I'd only recommend for tankier sets. Now here is a set I made using the chest plate and boots ornaments. I didn't want this set looking too bulky, that's why I went with the Contender gauntlets. Now a helmet that I think pairs really well with this chest plate is the Braytech Snow Helm. The piping, as you can see, matches really well. The only issue with this helmet is that there is an unshadable yellow, and that is why I went with the shade of Rasmussen Clan to balance out the colours. You could also use House of Mayrin, as this blends the colours quite well. Now some other helmets that could work really well with this again would be the Contender ornament. There's also the Illicit Sentry helm, which works particularly well with Rasmussen Clan, and for any of you which like to use the insurmountable skull fort, then this set also looks good with Satu Tribe. I will be honest though, these pieces can at times be really difficult to work with. As you've seen in the shader segment, these ornaments do shader quite differently to what other pieces would. That's why I've been using Black Armory shaders, because they work really well with these new ornaments. And you could see here with Precursive X Chrome, which is usually one of the easiest shaders to use, it just doesn't work at all on these pieces. So depending on what pieces you're trying to mix together, you might need to use multiple different shaders. But anyways, I hope that gives you some better insight into the Titan set. I'm sorry if you're expecting a few more sets for the Titan, it was just really hard to work with, and I'm thinking this is probably better suited for a female Titan. But anyways, let me know what set you would make with these ornaments in the comments below, and now it's time to move on to the Warlock set. Now before I show you all some fashion I made with these ornaments, I firstly want to compare this to the seasonal armor. I personally really like both of these sets for Warlock, and I do think the seasonal armor to the left is actually much better in terms of the robes and the helmet. Now here is a set I made using the robes ornament. I wanted to somewhat base this off Void 3.0, that's why I went with Imperial Opulence. Now out of all the helmets for the Warlock, the Shadow's Mind is definitely one of the best ones to go with this. It matches really well with the arch of the robes, and the reason why I use Molten Bronze is to match more with the shine. Then for the gloves and boots, I'm using the Void 3.0 ornaments, which are available this season. And then for the bond, I chose the Street Scholar for a very subtle glow. And for any of you which just want to use the helmet ornaments, then I'd also recommend the Phenotype Plasticity robes. Now unfortunately, the arms, robes and boots are from previous season passes, so they are no longer obtainable. And as for the bond, I'm using the Fragment of the Prime to match with the other Vex pieces, and this one is from the Vault of Glass raid. And then as for the shaders, these are all from the shader bundle in the Eververse archive. Overall, I quite like this set, and with this helmet I do also see some potential with the Mantle of Battle Harmony exotic. And the reason why I would not combine the Psionic helmet and robes is because the Warlock sets are mainly based off those two pieces, so it'd be much harder to make a unique set. But anyways, that is pretty much the Warlock set. The reason why I didn't talk too much about the arms, boots or bond is because there wasn't really much to talk about. The gloves shaded differently on both sides as they are different materials, and as for the boots and bonds, they aren't really anything unique. So yeah, let me know what you all think of the sets in the comments below, and if this video did help you out, then please drop a like and consider subscribing subscribing for more Destiny fashion. Thank you all so much for watching, and an extra thank you to all my YouTube members for the amazing support. Stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video.